How we doing, Americans? As promised, I'm back for my second video today. And it'll be my last one before election. Hang this beautiful suit up for the next couple years and hope it still fits. But I want to talk to you also about immigration. Right now, you know these caravans we have coming up from Central America. Mostly Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador. 3 countries that we give about $550 million to a year to help their people. But they don't. So now they're coming up here. And they're saying they're going to crash our border and they're just going to set foot on American soil and they're going to come here whether we like them or not. I've got nothing personal against any of these people. But if you put an influx of this many people, because trust me, more caravans will start forming behind them, into our economy, the wage growth that we're seeing right now at 3% is going to drop. They're going to be inexpensive workers, and some unscrupulous companies are going to hire them on and pay them less than what they have to pay an American to do that job. And that hurts all of us. Now, we all know the president, Dwight D. Eisenhower, 53 to 61, he served as president. 5-star general in the Army before he became our president. Have you ever heard anybody call him a racist? I'm waiting. You haven't. Now, when Eisenhower first took office, he knew the Korean War was over and we had a bunch of servicemen coming back that needed jobs. So he started a plan. It was called Operation Wetback. His words, not mine. I know that was the 50s. And he wasn't referring to people just from Mexico or Central America. He figured anybody who came here illegally crossed water. So Operation Wetback went around the country with the military and rounded up 1.3 million illegal immigrants and deported them. So when our boys came back from fighting overseas, there were jobs for them. Now, everybody's so angry at Donald Trump for standing that line on the border and not letting any of these people in. Be glad that we have a president that will do that. That'll keep our wages going up. It'll keep non-immunized people from crossing over our border with diseases that we beat years ago through immunizations. It's important to all of us that we protect our nation and our borders. A nation without borders is not sovereign. That was Ronald Reagan there. Not exactly, but you know. We need to stop this caravan or there are going to be so many caravans behind it. We need to do something about birthing tourism, which doesn't even really apply to Mexico. Primarily, it's China and Russia that women come over here 8 months pregnant and give birth to their child here just so that they have American citizenship, and then that helps them get their citizenship here. These were loopholes that are being exploited and perverted in our Constitution. The 14th Amendment that everybody's talking about right now, that was put in place after Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation and freed the slaves, so that children of the slaves born in the U.S. were citizens, because now they were just like everybody. They weren't slaves, they were Americans. Now, we need to close the loopholes on that. There's no doubt. But we also need to seal the borders from more illegals crossing, which right now there's currently a few hundred to 1,000 a day crossing before these caravans even get thrown in the mix. And that's how we remain a sovereign nation. You can't do that in any other country in the world. You can't just walk in and say, "Hi, I'm here. I want to be you." You can't. The only other country in the world that offers birthright citizenship is Canada. And do we really want to be like Canadians? I don't. So, I know this is a really tugging on your heart kind of issue. And it is to me. I'm not, so callous that these people affect me too. I'm a father. But if it's done right, then I approve of it. I love the immigration policy, but all these people that have been in line for months, years, is it fair to let these other people come and skip in front of them? Come on, if somebody tried cutting in front of you at Disneyland to get on a ride, you'd be all pissed off. Well, come on, man, the same applies to these people that have been standing in line for their citizenship for years. All of these people, you know, they would not be separated from their children, which was enacted by Bill Clinton, followed by George Bush, and followed by Obama before this, if they just went to the embassy in their country, went into the U.S. embassy with their children, and said, I want to apply for U.S. citizenship. That's how the application starts. That's the right way. You're never separated from your kids. If you cross the border, we have to separate them from their kids. First of all, we don't know that they're their kids. They could be through a trafficker. Second of all, you wouldn't store kids in the same holding facility with adults. What if there's like a pedophile or 2 or 3 or 10? That wouldn't be fair to the child either. It's safer to separate them. But you won't get separated at all if you immigrate legally. Go and apply for asylum. The embassy will tell you right there if you have grounds for asylum or if you just want to leave and become an American. We can't let our country get overrun. We currently take 1 million immigrants a year, and I'm proud of our country for that. That's the American way. Crossing over illegally, that's not the American way. And we need to put an end to it. So I support President Trump putting more troops down at the border. I'm sorry. I love everybody, but I don't want these people just walking in. And this is how we stop it. So again, when you go to the polls tomorrow, just realize that the Republicans are representing American needs and America. The Democrats are supporting open borders and just having our country overrun. We'll lose all that we've gained by letting in too many millions and millions and millions of illegals. And they'll be taken advantage of over here. They won't be paid a fair wage because they don't have a green card. So, give me those red votes tomorrow when you're at the polls, folks. I mean, we're not being mean. We're not being callous. We do love everybody. We're Americans. But it's got to be done correctly. And that's legal immigration. Thanks for listening to my rants leading up to the election. I hope I didn't bore anybody to tears. I hope I made a few people laugh. If you like my videos, share them along. And God bless America. Tomorrow's a very important day for all of us. Thank you.